Guys, I love this place. I love this place. Wow. All right, let's go to work. Got a nice tip for you, time management tip. All right, let's do it now. Boom. Hi traders, I am in South Beach and it's a bit of a cloudy day, but it can still be somewhat of a beautiful time in South Beach, even when it's cloudy. But anyway, I did promise you some tips on my personal time management tactics and techniques. And I made a post today on my Instagram page that referred to time and how life is actually made up of time, and that the most successful people in life actually are masters at managing and valuing their time. And those who tend to let life drift by and never really accomplish anything, never really reach a level of sustainable success, are very poor with their time management. And this is something that I have valued from the age of 8 years old. And from the age of 8 years old, I have been journaling, and I have been specifically utilizing this specific time management technique that I'm going to share with you now. Now listen, I believe that time is largely associated with the power of now, and I know that many of you are familiar with that concept, the power of now. In reality, we don't really have control or dominion over time that is far beyond what I would call our relative now. Our relative now is, let's say, the hour in front of us. So I don't want us to be very, very specific about the concept of now. Now is not this instant. Now is not this second. Now, your relative now is your hour. So you have the greatest amount of control over your hour now, the hour in front of you. As you go beyond that hour, you start to lose control. So an hour a week from now, you have less control over what happens and what influences that hour. An hour a year from now, you have virtually no control. But you do have absolute control over the hour that's in front of you now. Very little can affect, I'm not saying it's impossible, but very little can affect the hour that's in front of you now. So this is your personal relative now. And I believe that time management is determined on how you handle your time, and your hours make up your future. Your hours make up your tomorrow. Your hours make up who you're going to be. So what I find is that most people are focused on the part of time that they have virtually no control over. They're focused on something that needs to happen next week more than they're focused on the hour now. They let their hours drift by without much attention, without much energy, without much focus. And they're actually spending the vast majority of their energy in their life on the hours that are so far off in the future where they have absolutely no control or no influence. So this is the wrong approach. We need to turn this around. And so let me give you my personal tactic and technique for doing this. And I've been doing this from the age of 8 years old. So listen, what I do is I create this master to-do list. These are the things that I want to get accomplished in my life, in the relative now. I'm not talking about what I want to get accomplished in the next 5 years or 20 years, nothing like that. But I want to get these things accomplished over the next several weeks or so, let's say. So I take this giant to-do list and I divide that list into 3 categories, and they are A's, B's, and C's. So I divide that to-do list into 3 categories from a priority perspective, right? So I list the A's. Now the A's are the things that I absolutely need to get done today. A's need to get done today. No matter what, I will die first before I not complete an A. So A's are the most important. Then the things that if I don't actually get to them today, it would be nice to, but if I don't get to the B's today, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but the A's must get done. So then we have the B's. Okay, Great if we can get to them, get to some of them, but if not, no big deal. Then you have the C's. These are the things that really don't need our attention at all right now. If we get them done in a few days from now, even a week or two from now, no big deal, but they're relegated to C's. So C's are actually the largest part of it almost every single day. Now, I start off every single day dividing my list of A's, right, into an hourly structure. So what I do is I'll say, look, over my first 2 hours of the day, I'm going to dedicate to these 2 A's. I need to get these 2 A's done in the first 2 hours of my day. So first hour on this A, second hour on that A. And so I will structure my day hour by hour based on my A's. And what I find is that most people spend the vast majority of their time focused on their C's. So they're C students. They live a C-based life. They never live a quality A life because the A's often require the most attention, the most work. So they actually revert to the things that require the least work, the things that they have the most time to accomplish, right? These things are your C's and some of your B's. And so their time is not used masterfully. So you need to make sure, in my opinion, if you want to follow my approach, is to make sure that your whole life, that every ounce of energy that you have is always focused on an A. Most people drift through life and don't even know what's an A in their life, what's a B in their life, what's a C in their life. They don't rank their to-dos. They don't rank what they have to accomplish in life by A's, B's, and C's. They have no hierarchy, so their energy is spread all over the place. And successful people do not do this. Successful people do not do this. One of the things I read a long time ago when I was a child in a self-help book, one of the characteristics of successful people is that every single successful person has a to-do list. And so the first thing to do is to have a to-do list and to carry it with you at all times. I'm taking it a step further. Break that to-do list into 3 categories: A's, B's, and C's. Now, take your A's and create an hourly structure. Make sure that every hour of your day is somehow dedicated to accomplishing an A. And it's a very successful day when you get all of your A's done and start to eat into your B list. That's not always going to happen, but it's a great day when that happens. Now, there's nothing wrong with letting some things drift in that you did not anticipate and you deal with at the moment, as long as you don't let those things that drift in spontaneously throughout your day to destroy your A list. You must be the guardian of your A list. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? All right? Don't let life interrupt your A list, and create an hourly schedule to focus on various parts of your A list. Okay, now listen, there are sometimes your B items the following day, the following 3 days later, some of the items on 3s actually elevate themselves to A's, and some of the items on your C list will elevate themselves to the B list. And that's the rotation of your list. And as you accomplish things on this list, you cross them off. That's a great victory. Congratulations. And as things elevate, you elevate them to the respective categories. C's become B's, B's become A's, and you constantly keep this rotation going on and on and on. Listen, if you don't value time, which life is made up of, time or life is not going to value you. This is the one key characteristic amongst all successful people. They value their time more than anything in life, because once you waste it, you can't get your time back. Once you allow someone to rob you of your most precious commodity, once you allow someone to waste your time, it's basically telling life that your life is not worth anything, because time equals life. Life is the stuff, or time is the stuff that life is made up of. All right? So take this little tip. Create a master to-do list. Always have this list with you. Do you understand? And break this list into your 3 categories: A's, B's, and C's. A's you must get accomplished today, no matter what. Focus your life, focus your energy, focus your time, focus your efforts, and you will be focused. You see, discipline and focus just doesn't happen. all by itself. You've got to work at it. It's like a muscle that you work, and it gets stronger and stronger as you continue to work it. You can't just let life happen. You just can't let life drift by without some direction. And once you master time, you master life. And once you master life, you master yourself. And once you master life, time, and yourself, you master your future. That is my tip for you today. It's not always about trading. You can apply this power to your trading, but tips are not always about trading. And this is a life tip, which I feel, in my opinion, is more valuable than trading. All right, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't belabor the point too long, but you get what I'm saying, right? All right, take this, run with it, and watch your life change. Ciao for now.